Hello and welcome to round 11 of the 2016 Formula Virtual World Championship here from the home of speed, Monza, Italy. I'm your lead commentator, Bradley Downton. I'll be joined today once again by Harry Westwood.
Good afternoon.
Let's take you through the grid then for the 2016 Italian V-Prix. It's Carson Davenport on pole ahead of Adrian Simon, while Meteor lock out row 2, Harrison ahead of Johan Helson. Will Hoskins will start 5th ahead of Olin Inman. Jean Matson and Enrique Ruiz make up row 4. Nikolai Milkovic and Elroy Wagner round out the top 10, while AMR once again on row 6, Ellington ahead of Felix Bayer. Jochen van Snelheid is 13th ahead of Timo Kinnaman. Marcus Thunder 15th, leading Nikolai Christodoulou. James Harding 17th ahead of Nathaniel Powers on row 9. The two Ocelots lock out row 10. Hilario Bull on his debut out qualifying Carl Beckenbauer. Alexei Nowosinski leads his North Star teammate Judson Sykes on row 11 ahead of the two firsts, Bacon ahead of Hutchinson, and at the back, Chiara Thunder and Sebastian Bergqvist in once again will start last for the second race in a row. So as we go down to the grid then, we have Carson Davenport on pole on the right, Adrian Simon second on the left. The lights go out now and we're racing in Monza. It's a cracking start from Carson Davenport, who's flown off the line. Meanwhile, Adrian Simon is coming under attack from the two Meteors who are going to go. It's 3 wide into turn 1. Johan Helson around the outside. Simon is going to hold on. No, that's Stuart Harrison, sorry. Up into second ahead of Adrian Simon. Johan Helson holds on to fourth as Will Hoskins sits 5th ahead of one of the Franklins who's had a cracking start after sec.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fantastic move there from Harrison around the outside. Obviously, I think that car has got a bit more, has had naturally a bit more aero this year, but I've heard they've brought a low aero package to this race, and that might be what allowed them to challenge Simon into turn 1. Yeah,
but a great start from pole sitter Carson Davenport, who's well off into the distance already. Oh, yeah. Stuart Harrison following him with Adrian Simon right up his gearboxes. Olin Inman looks to take back 6th from Enrique Ruiz.
On the outside, on the way down to the Ascari chicane. Oh, Ruiz goes extremely defensive.
Oh, and Inman is through! Wow. What a move!
That was like insanely defensive from the Franklin, but wow, Inman obviously just decided he was going to pass him whether he liked it or not.
Yeah, what an insane move from the young Monegasque, who he's really struggled so far this weekend. He wasn't quick in practice, and he wasn't quick in qualifying as Carson Davenport leads at the end of the opening lap, and he's definitely looking to make ground back up as Adrian Simon looks to put Stuart Harrison under pressure into turn 1, while behind Hoskins is pressuring Helson.
Yeah, and we've got one of the MRs.
Oh, one of the Lopez very late into turn 1, but he manages to get it stopped. I think that's Jochen van Snelheid looking at Timo Kinnaman.
No, it was Jochen van Snelheid making his way past Christodoulou, unless we missed an overtake earlier in the lap. Because I was pretty sure that Snelheid was behind both the Westwoods, but don't quote me on that, because I don't know.
We just saw Ruiz going very defensive again into the Della Roggia chicane, so I don't know if he's got a problem in these early stages.
It's called a Franklin. Don't forget, obviously they've been very superior. Like they're a supreme team. Don't get me wrong, but with they're another team that runs generally high aero packages and gets most of their time in the corners. They did say themselves they would struggle at races like Belgium, Italy. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Ruiz fall back a bit more.
They did, that's a very good point actually. I mean, Franklin came out before this race and said they thought they'd be lucky to get points. I mean, as Carson Davenport says, another fast lap.
Oh, hello. We've got Halverson making... No, he's going defensive on Hoskins and moving all over the track. And what's going to happen is Simon sets the fastest lap. Oh, Hoskins very squirmy under braking, but he got it to slow down just in time.
Yeah, and round the outside, Will Hoskins up to 4th as Elroy Wagner. I'm not sure if that was an overtake or a defence. I think it was a defence from Lewis Ellington, who tried to get up the inside but couldn't quite make the move stick.
It looked like it. I mean, as long as your car has any decent aerodynamic grip, it seems the outside line is the place to go. But Nikolai Christodoulou struggling a bit now. He's fallen behind James Harding as well. And Timo Kinnaman just starting to catch up to the... Well, not starting to catch up to the AMRs. He's right on the back of them, really.
Yeah, and if Chris Dulu's not careful, he's going to come under pressure from a Downton. Of all things.
That would be somewhat embarrassing. Obviously, Christodoulou, I don't really know what to say about him yet. I mean, obviously, he performed well in Belgium. This track is more of a case of your car will do most of the performing for you, because it's not a very driver-oriented track. But it's going to be interesting to see, because he could easily match Tumo in practice and qualifying, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, hang on. Well, Simon now making... no, that's Inman.
No, that's Simon.
Damn it. I'm going to let you do the driver names, because you're better
and
at
he's Adrian Simon then round the outside of turn 1 and through into second place, and he's already opened up quite a gap to Stuart Harrison, who I'm guessing must have missed a gear or something. As we go on board with... that's Sebastian Bergevist. And he's committed the cardinal sin of racing and hit his teammate.
Bergevist.
I said Bergevist.
Oh, it sounded like Bergevist. Yeah, obviously a bit of a disappointing turn of events there, but it's not like they were going to finish anywhere else. They've been the slowest through the speed traps all weekend. I mean, I think they're just going to try and get through this race without any retirements.
Yeah, I think that's really the team's aim. And just a note there, obviously Sebastian Bergqvist back in the car this weekend. It was highly expected that Aaron Einerson.
Oh,
would,
sorry, we've got the AMRs going side by side in the Ascari chicane. I think that was Felix Bayer there. Yeah, Felix.
It is, and it's Bayer we're on board with. As he goes down the inside of Lewis Ellington as they head into the Parabolica, but Ellington's gonna have the racing line and sweeps back around the outside.
There's no way Bayer was ever going to be able to keep his nose in there, but Ellington was attacking the Franklin of Wagner there, but he couldn't quite make the move stick, and that put him under some real pressure.
Yes, that one.
From Felix.
And as Jochen van Snelheid looks to go back past James Harding, so Harding must have got through there somewhere, but once again the outside line proven better as Christodoulou sticks his nose up the inside at turn 2 and just avoids getting it chopped off.
Yeah, I mean, that was quite reckless from the young Greek. I get that he's a bit frustrated that he's lost those positions, but if you want to make your move as cleanly as you can, and that is definitely not the way to do it.
No, absolutely not, and he's now got Nathaniel Powers for company as well.
Yeah, who would normally make short work of a young like this. I mean, let's be honest. Even if he hasn't got the package beneath him, he's still a decent driver.
Yes, as Lewis Ellington is challenging and attacking Elroy Wagner, and in fact, into the Ascari chicane, he's gone through into 10th place.
Made the move stick, very impressive there. Now we're going to watch the battle for first. Obviously,
nope.
Fourth. Yeah, fourth. I was wrong again.
It's fine, people expect it now.
It is rather my trademark, is it not? Is Inman going to go for a late braking move?
No.
Yeah, no.
No, so up front we have Davenport leading Simon and Harrison, and for fourth we've got Hoskins leading Halverson and Inman, but we have a yellow flag.
What is going on there?
In the third sector.
Oh, I think I don't know.
I have no idea. But it's come back. Alexei Novosinki has disappeared from the timing screens. He was running 21st ahead of his teammate Judson Sykes. As Douglas Bacon gets right up on two wheels through the first part of the chicane and moves past Judson Sykes into 21st place.
Yeah,
and actually,
Novosinki.
Novosinki in the pits. There's a Holmqvist in there as well. Novosinki without a front wing. I wonder if he's hit his teammate as well.
It's quite possible. Here we go.
Oh, this doesn't look good. Oh no, it's Sykes. It's Sykes that's hit Novosinki.
Yeah, and then you just got driven into. Oh, okay. I can. Okay, that.
And Novosinki trying to recover has just hit the wall on the inside of the Parabolica.
That was incredibly unsafe, really, because the apex of Parabolica, you're completely unsighted. You go in at about 150, 170 miles an hour. Oh, hang on, we've got a move here coming along from Halverson, and we're going to cut away for some reason.
No.
Halverson round the outside of Hoskins. Can he make it stick? He's done it.
And Inman's going to go through as well.
Sneaky Monegasque.
So, Will Hoskins loses 2 places in, well, a corner and a half.
That,
and down to 6, but
now.
He's got the run on Inman, as the 2 Downtons are going to go side by side into the first chicane as well.
Oh, we're missing a Westwood there.
Powers down the inside, yeah, just defending from Marcus Thunder.
Yeah, obviously Marcus Thunder not quite got the courage to actually make the same move a lot of people have been making today, but obviously with the aerodynamics fairly compromised by that Downton team, you might struggle for grip on the outside line.
We've got to the point where we're trying to use paper.
It's fun and it flaps around, and you can draw things on it.
Yes, well, thank you for that beautiful insight as to how paper works.
You're most welcome.
As what?
What?
Alexei Nowasinki is trying to get out of the way while being lapped here, and I think he's just held a couple of people up. And in fact, yeah, Will Hoskins has gone back past Olin Inman.
It should be interesting. Both of these
Although
cars
Inman is right in the slipstream as they come down onto the main straight.
This is going to be a good... Hoskins has gone defensive. That might be his undoing.
Yeah, Inman already on what is looking to be the outside line, but Hoskins is going to come back across.
That was a bit
late.
bit naughty. I mean, obviously, although Hoskins did actually make up a bit of ground in the later stretch of the pit straight. I don't know if that was just me that thought of that, but that Yamaha engine, I've said it before, but it's really looking like a powerful unit in the back of that that fun.
It certainly is at the time being. The Holmquist that was in the pits was Sebastian Bergqvist.
Oh.
So he's dropped quite far back as well, although he is still ahead of Nowasinki at the moment. But
well,
yeah, just going back to Bergqvist, obviously it was expected that Aaron Einarsson was going to be back in that car this weekend, but for whatever reason, he's not.
Yeah, so unless they just want to keep him out of the car for safety reasons, or he just didn't feel up to it, all we can hope is that he's alright and that we see him back soonish.
Yeah, the next round in Turkey.
Yeah, first time we've ever visited that circuit.
It is, and we're all looking forward to it.
Yeah, actually. It's going to be interesting to see how the teams handled that infamous turn 8.
Yeah, as Marcus Thunder looks to the inside of Jochen van Schalhe, Adrian Simon sets the fastest lap. We don't quite see if that move was completed, but Simon is looking at taking the
Hoskins
race
has done
lead.
It again. No, that's Davenport, sorry, my mistake.
Yeah, so Adrian Simon is really close up to Carson Davenport for the lead of the race. As Marcus Thunder didn't get that move done, he's now going to try down the inside of Parabolica, and it's gone wrong.
Oh, that was never going to end well, and he's going to put it straight in the wall.
Yeah. And that hasn't worked then for Marcus Thunder, although there was a gap left on the inside, and that gap did close pretty quickly.
The only thing is, a corner like Parabolica, you've got an ever-tightening radius on the way in. That gap was always going to disappear. You don't thrust it up the inside at Parabolica, anyone knows that.
No, but at the same time, if he was partly alongside, the car in front has to give him racing room.
He did actually he wasn't really... I don't think there was enough of the car alongside for him to...
Oh,
wow!
We've got a pass for the lead! Adrian Simon around the outside of Carson Davenport as they head into the Ascari chicane, and Adrian Simon is through into the lead of the Italian V-Prix.
That was sensational. Like, the car just gripped. I'm quite impressed actually, because obviously that Fun and Davenport are no slouch, but Simon just made easy work of him, and now he's just pulling away already.
Yes, already got 8/10 back, and Olin
Inman again. Oh, yeah, Hoskins covers him off.
Hoskins is all over the place with his defending.
He is. He's definitely being a bit naughty today.
Oh, and he squeezed Inman, and there's contact between two. Inman is going to force his way through, though.
Good lad.
Brilliant from the young Monegasque not to be put off by that, and through into 5th place goes Olin Inman.
As we watched Milkovic launch a move up the inside of Enrique Ruiz.
Yeah, so that would have been 4-7.
Yes. But that That was way too close from Hoskins there. I get that he didn't want to give up the position, and he's sort of acting like a rear gunner for his teammate, but squeezing someone nearly onto the grass like that, there was literally a millimetre either side. In fact, no, there wasn't. He was just pushing him off the track.
Yeah, especially having already changed direction.
Yeah, exactly.
So vigorously as he'd done.
Cutting across Inman, obviously, when he actually had a run on him on the straight, and previous laps cutting across him in the braking zone. Not acceptable behaviour.
No, as the two back markers that have made pit stops just trying to get out of his way.
They
As the two
are on
AMRs
Downton.
side by side again into the Ascari chicane. And I don't know which one that was past. It was Bayer going back past Ellington. As Carson Davenport sets the fastest lap in the slipstream of Adrian Simon. He's now going to have a run around the outside of turn 1 as long as Simon doesn't pull across. And he's not. Simon is going to defend the inside line. Carson Davenport around the outside of the Rettifilio chicane and back into the lead.
I swear sometimes you learn the corner names just to show off.
No, I've just got a track map open.
You always do that. Oh. Gonna go back to what I was saying about some of the drivers being a bit naughty today. Obviously, we've had a couple incidents already. We've had Bergqvist cream into the back of... let me rephrase that. We've had Bergqvist take out his teammate, Sierra Thunder. We've had Sykes pile into the back of Nowasinki.
His teammate, Nowasinki.
Yeah. We've obviously had some weaving and things like that. And obviously, when Nowasinki was spun on the track, he actually decided to drive forwards towards oncoming racing traffic, whatever it's called, oncoming cars. We'll go with that. On the racing line, on a blind apex, where drivers will not have time to react. I mean, a lot of the driving standards for me have been quite poor already, and we're only 11 laps in.
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything for me to add.
Now you know how it feels. Anyway,
Yeah.
So Davenport has made his way back past Simon for the lead, and Simon is keeping with him, but hasn't been able to get close enough to threaten him into turn 1, and all this battling has allowed Harrison to make gains, as we've got a yellow flag in Sector 3.
Yeah, as James Harding just flew past Nikolai Christodoulou, and Nathaniel Power's just gone past both, and that's why, because there is an incident, and that's between Nikolai Christodoulou and James Harding. What's going to happen here? It's Harding launching a move down the inside, and yep, okay, fair enough, that was a day late and a dollar short.
There was a corner there, and he had absolutely no right to it. And that's the saying you've been trying to get me to say.
That was Jochen van Snelheid coming around there, and he obviously got collected somewhere there as well.
He looked like he just span it on his own.
I wouldn't be surprised if he'd clipped Christodoulou, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true. So, Nikolai, his race goes from bad to worse, and now we're looking at the two firsts going side by side down into turn 1, the
Rettifilio chicane.
Filio. That one, turn 1
Yeah, and
2.
that's Douglas Bacon going back past Arden Hutchinson.
Yeah, obviously recently being called a bit of a slouch, really, and I mean, he sort of is at the moment. It's not been very
You
impressive.
say that, however, I don't know if you missed it, but on, I think it was Thursday night, Bacon was actually announced as being re-signed to First for next season as a race driver.
Yeah, obviously, I still think he's a slouch, but I think that's a very smart move to re-sign him, purely for the fact he's fantastic for development. As we see then, Milkovic and Ruiz going hammer and tong into the Rettifilio.
It's the AMRs are once again side by side, but right onto two wheels goes, that's Lewis Ellington, who's gone back past Felix Bayer. The two AMRs having a great little ding-dong scrap.
Yeah, I mean, there's
always
big
sideways gets Carson
moment.
Davenport out of Lesmo too.
So maybe the tyres starting to go off, then it would be quite early, because obviously Monza is such a low deg track. Although you do have thermal degradation to consider at higher temperatures, this is not higher temperatures. This, I wouldn't be expecting to see the tyres going off just yet.
No, definitely not. What tyres
We might be about to see a move. Well, they're going to go... No, they're not. Oh,
contact! Off goes Davenport! Race leader, Davenport is off the track!
And he's lost his front wing! He's put it straight in the wall. Now he's rejoined on the racing line. Fantastic reactions there from Inman to slow down and not pile into the back of him, really. Oh my god. That is massive for the lead now. Carson Davenport must be surely out of contention.
Well, Carson Davenport was on. Who else is that into this? Is that a Meteor? That's
Yes,
Stuart
it is
Harrison.
Stuart Harrison. So that means that both of Simon's closest rivals for the lead are gone.
What?
And who's that?
That's an AMR into the pits. That's Ellington. So hang on. No, Harrison on the soft tyres. Ellington was on the soft tyres. Davenport on the softs as well. That might... I mean, obviously you never want an incident, but that incident might have come at exactly the right time. This could just be the window for the soft-tyred runners to be pitting.
Yeah, just about. I mean, let me try and work that out. 42. So we would... That's quite a high degradation. We'd be looking at a 3-stop there for the soft runners.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. 14, 28, 42.
Yeah, but they pitted at the end of lap 13.
13.
13, 26, 39, 52.
Oh, that could be massive. But I'd love to... Oh, no, that's not a big move. That's easy.
No, yeah, that's just Halverson lap thunder.
That's just a formality more than anything else.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting now to see if the DS cars come in who also run on softs. And
Yeah.
there they are, Adrian Simon into the pits from the lead. And I do believe behind him, that is Olin Inman in as well.
Yep, obviously separate pit garages, but each one having the same engineer. Always looking slightly confused.
And dressed in Ferrari red.
Because why not?
Yeah, exactly.
These things, they happen.
So through into the lead now then goes Johan Halverson, who's running on the medium tyres. So slightly out of kilter to the rest of them. Hoskins second, also on the mediums, as is Ruiz in third. Milkovic on the mediums as well in fourth. Wagner in fifth is on the hard tyres.
Hard tyres, an interesting call for this track.
And Matson as well in sixth on the hard tyres. And then obviously we have those who have pitted. So Adrian Simon is the first of those that have stopped ahead of Harrison and Inman. So Davenport has lost out, but not as much as he would have done.
Yeah. Obviously... Oh. So,
But we're going to have a replay now. This is on board with Adrian Simon then.
there
And
we
he
go.
just...
I
don't know if he missed his
unsighted.
braking point or if Davenport braked early. Because
It
it
looked like-
seemed very far before the corner.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a bit of like 6-1 half dozen the other. Obviously, it did look like Simon braked rather early for, not Simon, oh, for goodness sake.
Davenport. Yeah.
That guy pitted. Oh my god! Okay, let me try again. There.
Take two.
It did look like Davenport braked quite early, as we've got Ruiz again challenging into the ref's veto. This time makes it stick. Spins up the wheels on exit in such a frantic attempt to get away, but pretty sound move there. Both of them did lose a lot of time through it though. And oh, hang on, now we've got Milkovic coming back at Ruiz. Is he going to launch one up the inside? Hasn't got the balls. Slots in behind, and now he's going to have to wait until next lap. Unless he can get a run into a sky. Anyway.
Lesmo.
Well, no, you're not going to overtake into Lesmo.
Well, I don't know. You might have had a go. It wouldn't have gone well, but he might have had a go.
He spun it. Here we go, he's going to have a run. He's got a fantastic slipstream. He's moved to the outside. That seems to be the favourable position on track. He's already passed him
through before the
braking
corner.
zone. Goes defensive.
Oh! Hit him. And that
slowed
gonna
everyone
cause
up.
absolute carnage
Oh,
at the
no.
Ascari chicane. Through goes Wagner. Ruiz has got fed up and just shunted Milkovic out of the way.
Can't really
And
blame him for that.
Milkovic through the gravel. Matson's gone through.
As we see at Westwood in the pits.
Or leaving the pits. Oh, that was just silly from Ruiz.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, he was looking for a move around the outside, but Milkovic had placed his car just so, and Ruiz was just trying to force a move that was never going to happen. Here comes Wagner now on the attack on. I want to say
That's
Inman.
Simon.
What's Wagner? Oh, he's on. He hasn't pitted yet, has he?
So where is Inman gone?
He's down in 8th position.
No, wait, hang on. No, sorry. Adrian Simon was behind this lot because this lot haven't pitted yet, has he? So Simon has just made up a ton of places in all that chaos.
Yeah, that's going to work out fantastically for the Frenchman. And here comes Stuart Harrison round the outside of John Matson into the... Wait, I know this one. The De La Roggia chicane.
Bingo.
I don't even have a track map. Boom. Eat that. There is Inman right there. So he's not too far off of Stuart Harrison, which is something. I think he's going to make his way past Elroy Wagner without any real
Ruiz.
difficulty. That's Ruiz?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course
Wagner
Ruiz.
got through.
Yeah.
And
Ooh,
Inman's cut
that's a
across in
bit
front. That's
sneaky.
dangerous. No, Ruiz didn't run into him this time. That's fine.
No. Ruiz is probably trying to take it nice and cautious into the Ascari chicane. And hang on. Okay, that's the third time I've seen that Westwood run through the pits now in the last few laps.
I have to say, I'm impressed by the rigidity of the front nose section of that Franklin.
Absolutely. I
There
mean,
is literally no damage whatsoever.
not even a scratch.
I mean, the mechanics aren't even going to have to get their polish out for that one.
Hang on. Marcus Thunder, what tyres did he start on? He started on the hards, if I'm not mistaken.
I should double check. Mediums.
Ah. I think some of the medium runners have already made their first stops.
No, Thunder had to pit because he broke his front wing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there goes Inman.
Yeah, that's Inman through past Matson.
And Ruiz is dropping off a little bit.
Yeah, but don't forget, these guys are on harder tyres, like the Ingrams and the Milkoviches. No, not the Milkoviches.
The Ingrams and the Milkoviches.
The Ingrams and the Franklins are on harder tyres, and they're now more worn. All these guys coming back through are on fresh softs.
That's true.
As we've got a little bit of chaos down into the Ascari chicane this time, but no, they all managed to follow their way through.
Ruiz manages not to spin round an Ingram. Always
Yeah.
good.
And all is right with the world.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all is not right with the world, but...
Oh no, there's many things wrong. Okay, that's ridiculous now.
No, I think that was Kinnaman that time.
But he better do.
I think you're all right.
No, it can't be. Because Kinnaman is about to come out. That was Chris Dudulu again. Because he was about to be lapped by that whole gaggle of cars.
Are you sure?
I am 100% positive. Just wait until the next pit stop graphic comes up. Anyway, moving swiftly on, not trying to draw attention to the whims of a young Greek. Hang on. I'm not so sure anymore. But
Hello, sorry. Technical problem.
yeah, that's absolutely fine. So, we're looking at a Westwood without a front wing. Hang on, that car, that Westwood is Chris Dudulu, I think. And the one with the front wing is Timo Kinnaman. What's going on? Very bumpy ride into Scar's
Oh,
Gate.
and in front, the front has spun off.
It's all going down in Sector 3.
And that wasn't a fun,
Jesus.
sorry, that was a first.
That had been a fun, that would have been massive. As, Milkovic cannot find a way past at speed and he has to slow right down. And watch that, yeah, that Westwood is going to go through the pits and just come straight back out the other side.
I'm wondering if Westwood are just running some tests now with Chris Dudulu.
Without a front wing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going through the pit lane at racing speed. Okay,
Well,
maybe
that's
not.
just stupid.
Well, yeah, because people cross the pit lane like they cross the road. They don't expect people to blast down it at like 200 odd miles an hour. Such a silly case.
Yes, but... Right, what have we got? Johan Halvorsen is leading. He's
Okay.
2.5 seconds ahead of Will Hoskins as we hit lap 20 in this V-Prix. Neither of them have stopped yet, they're on the mediums. Simon and Harrison are 3rd and 4th. They're both on the soft tyres, they have pitted. There's 7 seconds between them. Wagner is 5th on the hard tyres. Inman 6th on the softs. He is also pitted. He's 6th, we just said that. Ruiz 7th ahead of Matson. They're both on the mediums. Davenport's pitted in 9th on the softs, and Milkovic is 10th, running on. No, Milkovic is on the mediums. Matson's on hards, isn't he?
Yep.
So there you go.
Oh, here we go. We've got Inman now looking all around Elroy Wagner, trying to find a gap. He's found one on the. Oh, that was close. That was too close, really.
Well, it was definitely too close because there was contact, and part of Wagner's front wing has come off.
Yep, the front left end plate, obviously not going to make a huge impact at this circuit. Probably cost him about half a tenth a lap, but it's more a matter of principle. He just sort of cut him off a bit too early. He slammed the door too soon.
Yes, and Inman will be lucky not to pick up a puncture from that.
Well, we don't know if he might have picked up a slow puncture from it, don't forget. Although I think we might know by now, switching at speeds.
That's why I said he'll be lucky not to pick up a puncture.
Oh, I see.
Not that he's lucky that he's not picked up a puncture.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, big sideways moment there from Simon on the exit of the Lesmo too.
Yeah, although he's definitely pushing because he's taken 2 seconds out of the race leaders.
Don't forget, Simon is actually the net race leader currently.
Yep.
Now, here's something I find interesting.
Oh dear.
What? Ruiz
We're on board with on Ruiz.
Oh, he's gonna. Oh, I thought that was gonna end in deja vu.
Yeah, so did I.
I think so did. I bet Jamie Franklin's just there on the pit wall, nibbling his nails off.
Yes, I should imagine he'll have. I should imagine he'll be on the radio to Ruiz, just telling him to calm down a little.
Yeah, worded probably a bit differently. Here we go. Ruiz is looking left and right for an opportunity, and they've got Matson for close company. Oh, Matson is just going to pile into the back of one of the Franklins. He's very close there under braking.
No, I think they just about got away with that, and they've come out in the same order. Wagner leading Ruiz, leading Matson.
I think you are correct.
I know I'm correct. Although Matson is going to have a run now. Nope, just going to back out of it. Fair enough.
Oh, hang on. One of those Westwoods was making a scheduled pit stop. So lap 21. If we see some of the medium runners in this lap, then we are expecting 21 or 22 laps from each stint, and that would put them on a two-stop. I know
that's
that.
a solid 2-stop.
It's an easy 2-stop.
Whereas the soft runners are
looking at a dangerous 4-stop.
Yeah, either 3 or 4. Those, because there were some that pitted a lap later, in which case will be a fairly comfortable 3-stop. But there are some that will be right on the edge. So that could get interesting as the two Franklins going to go side by side in the parabolic. They're banging wheels down the straight, and that's put Wagner off. He's skittish through the parabolica, but he's held on.
Wow, that was some intense wheel-to-wheel racing. Getting very, I think, because I've heard the atmosphere isn't great between these two in the garage.
As exiting the pits, that's got to be Will Hoskins. Yeah, so there you go. Both Halverson and Hoskins have made their first stop on the medium tyres. They've rejoined in 4th and 5th.
In it.
So we can expect Ruiz and Milkovic into the pits any lap now.
Isn't it there? There we go.
Nope, that's James Harding.
I was close.
Not really.
Sort of.
Ours not even the same colour.
So for one of the
that's Johan Halverson right behind Olin Inman.
Well, damn, you're actually right.
So I mean, Inman has made up ground, but obviously he's on the soft tyres. He's going to have to make at least one more pit stop. Well, no, Inman pitted a lap later, didn't he? So Inman should be okay for a 3-stop, as opposed to the Halverson's 2.
Halverson takes a much tighter, cleaner line into Parabolica there, and he's got a good run now on the Monegasque. He's going to move to the outside line. We've got lots of cars going all over the place behind them, but we're not going to focus on... Apparently we are. Here he goes, on the outside on the run down to the First chicane, and he goes. Ooh, he moves across like I don't. That was a very strange move, I thought. Didn't really leave room on the inside. Basically, got ahead before the braking zone and just claimed the position. Said, "Thank you very much. This is mine."
Good on him.
Fantastic move, though.
As the two AMRs are still running nose to tail, they have been for the first 23 laps of this V-Prix.
And that's another thing I find strange, because I mean, they're both good drivers, but they've not exactly been evenly matched so far this season.
No, Felix Bayer has dominated Lewis Ellington.
As we see the Westwood keeping someone else company this time through the pits. I wonder who that would be.
Pass.
We don't have a driver called Pass.
That's that Will Hoskins right up on the back of Olin Inman. So those soft tyres are not working on the DS.
Definitely not. Don't forget though, they've been on like the soft runners are nearly at the end of their stints.
That's true, as Will Hoskins sets the fastest lap.
Bloody hell, lad. There goes, that was it. It was the Ocelot of
oh, there's tyre smoke up ahead, and
wow.
that's a Downton without
Facing
a
the wrong
front
way.
wing. And I think that's Nathaniel Powers.
Who knows?
No, it's not.
Ooh,
Oh wait,
Even
yeah,
gets
no, well
forced
that's
out onto the grass. Yeah, it is Powers without front wing, because that's
No, well,
Thunder with
that's
a front wing.
yeah, but then where's Powers? Because Powers should be around here somewhere.
Powers is probably still turning his car around.
No, he's not, because Powers is ahead of Thunder on track.
Maybe
Unless
we
the
just
Downton
saw-
did have a front wing, and that was just an odd angle that
Or
made
just-
it look like it didn't.
Or he hopped out and just like super glued it back on.
I would say they're quick, but not that quick. But they haven't even proven quick this year.
Well, they can't be that
No.
quick, they're Downton drivers.
They are being let down by the car. I'll give you that.
Nothing new there.
No,
I can't say much.
no, you can't.
Obviously,
Keep your mouth
Westwood.
shut.
Yeah, right. Stuff.
Good. So, everyone now has made a pit stop, aside from those running on the hard tyres, which include Elroy Wagner in 7th, who we are on board with, as the AMRs are still nose to tail. Wagner in 7th, Matson in 8th, and Gareth Thunder running in 23rd.
Yeah. Obviously, all the hard runners got to do is stretch their stints out another couple laps, and they'll be in for a one-stop. But what I find interesting is Wagner is keeping Davenport honest.
Oh, and it's all gone wrong for AMR. They've come together at the Parabolica. To be fair, you can't really say we haven't seen this coming.
Oh!
And that's a huge accident. And that's Lewis Ellington that's been collected by, I think, was that Nikolai Milkovic?
Yeah, it would make sense for the position that he was in. That was, oh my god. Yeah, Milkovic, because he's in the pits now. That was insane. That was such a big impact. I'm amazed that Milkovic's car can even continue. The front end should have just disintegrated. That was mental. So Ellington out of the V-Prix.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow. I hope we get a replay of that one, as we see Will Hoskins now pressuring Olin Inman for 3rd.
Oh, Inman.
Inman's covered the inside line to the Parabolica, but Hoskins is going to drive clean around the outside.
Oh, that's a ding-dong battle if we ever saw one.
As
I mean,
Will
I think-
Hoskins shows that a few races battling in the midfield, he's lost none of his racing prowess, as into the pits for his second stop comes Stuart Harrison. But yeah, let's just go back to that. I mean, we can't say we haven't seen that coming. The two AMRs have been running together for the entire race with literally nothing separating them.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see who instigated that incident, but when we had Milkovic piling into the rear end of Lewis Ellington, it kind of reminded me of Alex Zanardi back at the IndyCar.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously Milkovic, it's stunned that anger him can continue.
Yeah, because the thing is that one of the tyres I think came off as well, and
No, I think that was Ellington's wheel that came off.
That's what I meant.
Oh yeah.
And like, that should have, I don't know, very lucky boy to continue, but obviously nothing he could have done about that. It's like I was talking about earlier, you approach that corner so fast and you just have to put in the faith that no one's there.
Yeah, and even if the marshals had have got the yellow flags out, it was so quick after the incident.
To be honest, that should have been a double yellow flag scenario, and it wasn't. And that, for me, is quite a letdown from the track marshals, because they are responsible.
I think it probably would have been, but they just hadn't, you know... Milkovic arrived on the scene very quickly after the incident.
I suppose.
As we see a lot of cars into the pit lane now, that's both of the DS, I believe, and also the fun of Carson Davenport. Yeah. So that's what, 28 laps now? No, that's the end of lap 27.
Oh.
And it's not both the DS's, it's just Olin Inman. So Harrison, Inman and Davenport have already made their second stop. Adrian Simon has continued. That's going to be even tighter now between a 3 and a 4 stop.
Yeah, it's going to be right on the cusp, and if any one of them loses their front wing at any point, then their strategy is just going to be completely thrown out.
As we go on board with Thunder. Ah, so he just got on the grass and spun.
Yeah, he did have a front wing.
Yeah.
Numpty.
So that was just a lapse in concentration from the young Brit.
That was don't remember Curva Grande being that bumpy.
Well, to be fair, I don't think anyone's ever driven on the grass that far on the inside.
No, but obviously on the outside we saw that famous move from Vettel on Fernando Alonso back in 2011.
Yeah, and either the year before or the year after, it was Alonso on Vettel.
It was the year after, because the Ferrari was far more competitive.
Ah, well, there you go then, see.
Actually,
as Adrian Simon pits from the lead then, and rejoins in fourth place. Elroy Wagner's just going to get past, or is he? Simon's got the inside line. I think there was just contact there, but I think they've both just got away with it.
Yeah, obviously the apex of that corner is obviously pretty much a hairpin that goes into another hairpin. Very slight tight pinch point, and he was lucky not to lose a front wing there.
Yeah, so Simon not going to waste any time, straight through into third past Wagner.
Yep, Wagner still on the same set of hards he started on, I think.
Yeah, so that's absolutely categorically going to be a one-stop now then.
Could be a no-stop if he can manage his tyres well.
I think that's unlikely around Monza.
Monza is a very low tyre deg track.
It is, but then if it had been that low tyre deg, they'd have brought softer tyres.
I suppose. There's Nowasinki.
Is it?
Yep.
Are you sure?
I hope so. As we've got Matson putting a lap on Powers. No, yeah. Thunder, damn it. Oh. Harrison is losing a lot of time in this little scrap because the back markers were quite let him by, and he all over the track now, and he's lost probably about half a second to Matson, but he'll make that up in the next couple of corners.
As we hit lap 30 of this V-Prix, we have Will Hoskins leading from Johan Halsen. Ah, here we go, on board with Bayer.
Yeah.
So it was Bayer, a lunge down the inside from far back. And
there's still a front wing in the other wall. No, later on, like earlier
yeah, I think that's Kinnaman's. And here we go then, on board with Milkovic. Oh,
yeah. He was quite lucky then.
I think he seemed to lose the back end of the car halfway around the corner. I think he would have avoided that.
Thing is, because it's a very high-speed corner, the rear end can get quite shifty, and with the low aero packages that they have to run in order to remain competitive. But it's like I said, obviously you come around there was no way he could have reacted to that, especially like you say, when the back end was trying to step out. When you're in the car, you're trying to do all these things at once, and when a variable comes up like that you can't possibly predict. Although you've got to also wonder why the team went on the radio to him. I mean, yes, he did arrive quickly, but the team could have quite easily just dropped him. I don't know. It's a bit of a mystery, but at the end of the day, I think he was quite lucky because of the low nose regulations we actually have this season that allows you to run a low nose. I think he's lucky that he was, because it actually scoops the car a little bit out of his path.
Yeah, definitely. As Carson Davenport sets the fastest lap, we just saw earlier Stuart Harrison going past John Matson into the Ascari chicane. At what point did Will Hoskins take the lead from Halverson?
I don't recall, actually.
No, nor do
I
I.
remember watching that.
Because unless it happened in the pit stops or after the pit stops while they were in a bit of traffic, as far as I recall, Johan Halverson was ahead before the first round of stops.
He was.
Hmm.
So what's Hoskins done, the sneaky bugger? Unless we're being complete buffoons and we've missed it somehow.
We've probably commentated on it and just forgotten.
Yeah, we do that. Milkovic, obviously trying to make his way back through the field. No problems there, passing James Harding.
No, that Lopez really has dropped off this season.
Fallen from grace.
When you consider where they were at the start of the year, battling with DS and Meteor, and now they're back battling with Downton and Westwood, who were struggling to beat the new teams in the opening rounds.
Yeah.
It's
it
really
just shows
rather gone wrong for Lopez.
Yeah, as we see another Lopez being passed down into the rest
And
studio.
finally into the pits come the hard-tired runners, Elroy Wagner and John Matson, in at the end of lap 31 then.
It'll be interesting to see where they feed back out. It should be within the top 10 for sure. We'll wait and see. Yeah, easily in the top 10.
Yeah, so with no more stops to make then, both of them could be on for some solid points here.
Yeah, actually. Obviously, they've got a gap of... I reckon their cut-off would probably be about 5th place, because I still think the medium strategy is going to play out the best, purely because the tyres are softer and a lot softer, and you're only making one extra stop. But it's going to be interesting, because we've also seen the hard runners keeping even the soft runners quite honest, albeit at the end of their stints.
Yeah, definitely. To be honest, I kind of zoned out a little bit there. Nothing against you, I
was about to say, is it something I said, or how I was saying it, or...
No, no.
No?
No, I don't know, my mind just wandered.
Your mind does that a lot.
Who are you?
Oh, funny.
As we go on board with Carson Davenport, there's a rather slow car up ahead. Or is he just letting
It
someone
looks
through?
quite orange.
Funny man.
Although that was just the back marker of Judson Sykes, I want to say, getting out of the way of Olin Inman. Don't know how to change my voice like that, nor do I know why I haven't changed it back.
I don't know, that North Star's getting
all out
very wide.
Yeah.
And through goes Davenport to put another lap on the North Star. As in
the pits comes Nikolai Christodoulou for his umpteenth stop of the day. Well, I say stop. He just flies through the pits.
Drive-through.
Yeah.
Maybe the stewards have just given him a number of drive-throughs.
Is it because he's black?
He's not
I'm
black.
going to retract that statement.
Stuart Harrison's going to have some words with you.
Oh wait, oops, yeah, I forgot. How could I forget?
Word.
All I've got to... I'm not going to stop talking about this.
I would. Let's move on to the racing, or
someone.
back to the racing.
Back to the racing. Kiara Thunder pits from... not last.
No, she's not last.
She's only
22nd.
just changed her tyres. But that's obviously because of a lack of aero.
Yeah, as we comment on every race.
Yeah. Although I think that the Honkvists would have been better off running no wings whatsoever. The Renault unit is just so weak at the moment, and obviously, speaking of that Renault unit, we've had a new announcement in the paddock shortly before the race.
We have.
Yes, Westwood are to run Renault power units for the next 2 seasons.
Oh, well, now that is interesting.
Yeah, ditching supplying their own engines, saying that the in-house cost was too high, and they, well, they weren't seeing the gains to justify the, what's the other word? Costs? Costs. I'm going to go with costs.
There's something like justifying the means or something.
The means wasn't justifying. The ends wasn't justifying the means.
That's the one.
Nice.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
High five.
I can't believe we both just did that.
Oh, we're in a commentary box. I mean, of course we'd high five.
Yeah. I mean, our high fives were both a little bit out of sync with each other, but hey, you know.
No, that's just the audio.
There's the echo.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Christodoulou is definitely not finding lap time without a front wing, so I don't know what on earth he's playing at. But now he's bulked actually quite substantially Adrian Simon on the way into the Lesmos. And he's not getting out of the way. He's being a bit of a dick.
No, he's
Oh! Don't do that, mister. Well, that has actually... No, that was Inman, I think.
I don't know.
I think it was, because it looks like... It was...
No,
it wasn't.
it was Simon.
But it still lost him a couple of seconds to the leaders.
It did, and Simon, who has been closing on the leaders, obviously he's on the soft tyres. Everyone now then, apart from those on the hard tyres, with one stop to go. So, as it stands, Will Hoskins has the lead of the race, and it's not even just a lead because others have pitted. It's a genuine lead.
Isn't it though?
It is. It's spiffing.
Isn't it though?
It is, because he's British and we haven't had a British winner this year.
Yeah, we have.
No, we haven't.
Better have.
No, we haven't.
Should have.
Nope.
That's disappointing. So he'd be that's gonna be the first time we've gone so long without a British winner. Adam Blocker, get on it. Ever the reliable statistician. I love that word.
Keep an eye on the action.
Okay. I'm gonna sub in some engine noises for you. Vroom, vroom.
No, stop.
Okay.
Stop.
So Carson Davenport, who was looking quite strong in the early stages, as we see Westwood being lapped by everyone. What a surprise! This soft tyre strategy has not worked out for him, as he's now being bulked by the Westwood of Nikolai Christodoulou, which is actually affecting his ability to attack Simon. He's lost a good second or two to it, so he's not going to be happy about that, is the Portuguese.
It is the furthest into a season we've ever gone without a British winner.
Yay, I'm so good at this.
The previous furthest we'd ever gone was race 3.
Wow. When was that? 2014.
Last year.
Oh, 2000. Oh, of course, yeah, we had British drivers last year as well.
Yes, although there was only one British win last year, and it was Marcus Thunder, the Brazilian V-Prix.
Isn't it though? Although Powers did come close at the end of the season with that rather ridiculously heavily updated, upgraded Westwood.
Yes, he did.
Obviously, they
Didn't
seem to
quite
have
get
suffered.
there. Denied twice by Timo Kinnaman.
Well, I mean, it had been said before that Kinnaman was a driver of like substantial quality, but last year I think he proved that when he was paired up with Powers for a few races, that he can definitely hold his own.
Oh, we've got contact. That's Timo Kinnaman taking a ride on the front
Felix
right
Bayer.
wheel of Felix Bayer. But the two of them are going to continue, and they've untangled themselves, and that is incredible.
Now that's what we come to V-Prix to see. I don't even know if... I wasn't looking at the screen, so I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but even if I was, I think I would be just as confused.
They just kind of connected coming into the Parabolica, and that was...
So that'll be Felix
And it
Bayer
went from there.
coming back at Timo Kinnaman. Obviously Kinnaman on the mediums, Bayer on the softs.
Kinnaman's having a really good race.
He is, he's challenging for points. He's got a good gap back to Milkovic, who obviously had his incident. And if Bayer can't make his tyres last, Milkovic could be... Kinnaman could be on for a point.
Yes, a sole World Championship point.
Hey Bradley, how many are you getting this race?
How many did you get last race?
How many
Yeah,
wins
2,
did you
suck
get
'em.
last season?
Hmm?
How many wins did you get last season? I got 2.
You did.
I love
You've
the
got-
way every time we commentate it turns into a personal thing.
Yeah, let's stop this.
Yeah.
We just make one another feel bad.
I thought that's what friends do.
No. But there's racing on.
I'm excited, you're excited, we're excited, everyone's excited. Kinnaman then does not pull into the pits. Obviously, first pit stop was on lap 18, I think.
No, not on the mediums.
Yeah,
No.
I'm confident of it.
No, it was around 22
Was
or
it?
3 or
Of course
4
it was, wasn't it?
or something.
I'm such a mong.
Well,
Don't make it harder than it has to be. Right, now, any soft runner who pits this lap is going to have a problem making it to the end. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what goes down.
yeah, I think it's good that we're going to get some pit stops because things have stagnated a little.
They have, and it's time for strategy to come back into play. Worth noting, Hilario... That was
We have a
advertising.
bit of a lock-up.
Hilario Bull, not exactly falling off of Carl Beckenbauer, is he?
No, and do you know, that's something we haven't talked about, isn't it?
Hilario Bull,
Yes,
Yeah.
replacing Puccio Giordano after
that horrendous.
the Italian's horrific accident
It was
last
quite
time out at
dreadful.
the top of Radion.
I thought Radion was the left turn.
Yeah, Radion's the bit at the top.
Oh.
Eau Rouge is the dip and Radion's the corner at the top.
Well, he lost it at Eau Rouge on the way through to.
Yeah, okay, but he crashed at Radion.
That's true. Anyway, that's besides the point.
Yeah, he crashed and it was a big one.
Yeah, it was a massive accident. Obviously, otherwise he would be in the car. I think at the moment he's still in the hospital. I'm not sure.
No, we
really been
haven't.
given
We
any
haven't had an
details.
update
The
from.
family asked for some privacy in this time of stress, but I don't. I've heard
As
it's not
into
serious.
the pits. Sorry, into
Oh,
the pits
that's
comes Stuart Harrison. So that's his final stop. So that is at the end of lap 39. So Harrison will be lucky to make the end without
Well,
another stop.
He did 13, 13, 13. So yeah, he's going to have to pit again if he can't stretch out another lap from this stint. But I doubt the injuries that Giordano has are serious, but like
No, we've heard he's okay. He's just not okay enough to be in the car.
yeah, I heard he was okay enough to use some choice language when he found out he wouldn't be able to race at his home V-Prix, but that's all I'm aware of.
That's a very good point, actually, because
This will
there
be the
is
first-
no Italian in the field.
No, it'll be the first time we've ever had an Italian V-Prix without an Italian.
It'll be the first time we've ever had a race without an Italian.
Let's talk about Italians, because next season we've got Domenicali still on the market.
Oh, there's a Lopez upside down,
Yeah, what's it doing like that? It's not a very quick way to go around the circuit.
and that's Nathaniel Powers without a front wing. So both Downtons have now lost front wings in this race. Yay, go us!
You're
crap
so
race.
good at everything.
Inman and Davenport now into the pits at the end of lap 40, as there's a lot of carbon fibre around there.
Going to be interesting to see exactly what happened. That is
Yeah.
a lot of cars. Hang on.
There
that's-
are. Harrison fed out between the two Franklins. Inman and Davenport are going to come out behind him as one of the first spins
I think
yet
that's
again.
Bacon again.
Um,
No, Yeah,
No, I think that's actually Hutchinson. I think it was Hutchinson that spun last time as well.
Might have been, mate. There's Carl Beckenbauer. No, it's not. Very
Yeah, it
similar
was.
helmets.
No, that was Beckenbauer.
Oh, okay then. In for his third stop.
Yeah, I'm guessing that was Harding upside down because it's him that's now lower in the standings.
Yeah.
But
Insight.
what you wanted to talk about Italians?
Yes. So
As into the pit, sorry, comes race leader Adrian Simon. No, he wasn't race leader, was he? He was third, so he's pitting from third. And where's he going to rejoin? I'm guessing, seeing as he's 40 seconds ahead of Enrico Ruiz, probably third.
well, this is going to be his last stop of the day.
It's also his third stop. There's a lot of thirds for Adrian Simon at the moment.
Yeah. Woo!
And there we go, back out. So, having pitted from third for his third stop, Simon is back out in third.
Yeah. So now it's only the medium runners left to make their stops.
Yes, unless any of the soft-tired runners have to pit with a lap to go.
Well, I'm thinking that Stuart Harrison is going to be one such individual.
I think you might be right. It'd be interesting to see what...
Can you say that again, please? It makes me really happy.
Nope.
Damn it.
Adrian Simon, this could work out quite nicely for him, actually. Will Hoskins and Helverson up front will have to pit at least once more. Well, no, they will have to pit once more.
Yeah.
Or obviously on their medium tyres. Simon has already pitted and is going to be quicker on his fresh softs. He was only 5 seconds or so off the race lead.
Hutchinson is DNF'd somewhere.
He's probably just got fed up, to be fair.
More than likely.
Let's be fair, he spent most of his race spinning.
No.
That he has.
Over the radio, he's probably just requested the song by Dizzy Rascal. I think you know the one.
I don't. I think you should sing it.
You spin me right round, baby, right round. Ow, my neck. Sorry,
I would like to apologise to the entirety of the community that watches this for what you just witnessed.
It's okay. I can normally sing, but you will never hear me. So it's all good.
We just did.
No. I can actually sing like a boss.
Wow, that's something you don't hear every day.
That's a Lopez in the pits. I think it's Jochen van Snelheid.
You were right.
Bang. I was born for this. Excuse me, bitch. That was a bit rude.
Just a tad. So, who have we got yet to... so we've got Will Hoskins leading from Howson. Both of them have to pit. Simon is third, having made all of his stops. Ruiz is fourth for Franklin.
No, he needs to stop again.
Yeah, he does have to stop again. It's Wagner that's on the hard tyres.
Sorry, it looked like there was some contact between Simon and that back marker there. I think it was it was a guy.
Well, that rules out Kiara Thunder then.
Yeah, that rules out one driver. Sure, it's fine. Anyway, continue.
Okay, so yeah, Ruiz has to pit. Harrison, Inman and Davenport. Well, they've all made 3 stops. 1 or 2 of them may have to make a final stop. As we see, this is Olin Inman going defensive against Carson Davenport down into the first chicane, and Carson Davenport has driven around the outside of the Monegasque.
Fantastic little move there. Obviously, we've seen it a lot this season where drivers find more grip going around the outside. But yeah, fantastic job there. And as the Westwood goes off the track, a good solid move. But I think we should be expecting to see definitely Stuart Harrison again. I'm confident of that.
As into the pits comes race leader Will Hoskins then.
Ow. Okay, so this is going to be interesting to see exactly where he
and
feeds out.
Halverson is going to follow him in. So both of them pitting on the same lap. Where are they going to feed out? This is on board with Simon then. So he's coming down the back straight. He's just got the parabolica and down the main straight to come. Halverson, I don't think is quite. Will Hoskins is already leaving the pit lane. He's going to be well ahead of Simon.
Fun have done a fantastic job there for Hoskins. I'll give him that. That's really impressive.
And out of the pits there goes Halverson, and through has gone Simon. So Simon is up into second, but Will Hoskins still leads, having completed all of his pit stops, and he's got a healthy couple of seconds gap back to Adrian Simon.
I would be quite surprised if we saw I can't remember.
A spoon running away with a dish.
I would be surprised if I saw that. I won't lie to you, Bradley.
Aliens land and kidnap one of the drivers.
Also be surprised if I saw that. Oh, as we see a nice move from Harrison.
Nope, there's contact, and that's part of the front wing gone for Enrique Ruiz, and in fact it looks as though he's now lost both sides of it.
He has, he's got a mini wing. Might be making him go faster in a straight line.
It's not going to do him any favours around these corners though.
That's true. That's it, I would be surprised if we saw Simon come back at Hoskins. If we've got a yellow flag in the middle sector, it's still out. Now it's gone. Because obviously Simon's tyres are going to start going off pretty quickly. And Hoskins will get his tyres up to temperature in the next lap or two.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think Simon will probably be less focused on... There's an entire front wing there on the left hand on the inside of Lesmo 2.
I was going to say, what's it doing there? It's supposed to be on a car. Yellow flag in sector 3, gone back in. Someone is having problems somewhere.
Where's Inman?
Oh my gosh, we're missing Inman. That might just be
he'd just been overtaken by Carson Davenport.
Inman has dropped to 7.
Inman's pitted.
What's he pitted for? Oh my god.
I'm guessing that front wing then was the front wing of Olin Inman.
Ruiz has just run through the pits.
Then there it is, Olin Inman without a front wing. There's a Franklin without a front wing as well. That's Wagner. So something's happened, and we're going to go on board with Inman then. There's a Holmquist, that's Bergqvist getting in the way again.
No, I would say that was Inman's fault. I mean, Bergqvist should have got out of the way, but Inman knew he was there. And then that's just ridiculous. Two
cars have just connected, and Inman tries to push them back onto the track, straight into the path of Enrique Ruiz.
Well, not a
no, Elroy Wagner, sorry.
Because it got him it got him off of the guy. We've just seen a lot of silly driving today.
We have. Although, quite frankly, if we gave everyone a penalty who'd done something stupid, the order wouldn't change.
Actually, it would, because Kinnaman hasn't done anything stupid.
All right, so actually, yeah, let's do this, because Kinnaman would win from Powers.
Woo!
we'd be right on there.
Right, stewards, get on it. Disqualifications. Yellow flag in sector 1 now. What's going on?
Oh, we've got another.
That's Inman again. No, that's Simon. He's lost.
Yes, Adrian Simon.
He's in the wall.
Both DS drivers within a couple of laps have had collisions with Holmqvists, and that is going to hugely affect their race and their chances. And that's Simon without a front wing. He's gonna have to pit.
Guess who I am? Unbelievable scenes there at the Italian Grand Prix at the first chicane. That was my worst Tiamat Marduk impression possible.
The problem there was, well, going into that accent, you've called it a Grand Prix.
Well, yeah, but he gets things wrong all the time.
So that wasn't really Simon's fault. There was nothing he could do about that. Chiara Thunder spun on the way into the chicane, and Simon was just left with nowhere to go.
Yeah, what is he doing after that, though? It didn't need to end with him going into the wall.
Well, no, he didn't. But
Simon has dropped down to 10th now.
Yeah, and Simon's going to fall down the order as well. And with Meteor currently running 2nd and 3rd, that could really... I mean, DS have over a 1-2 in hand in the Constructors' Championship, but that could close things up quite tightly. And in the Drivers' Championship as well, let's not forget, Halverson is not that far behind the DS pair.
No, he is not. Well observed. But don't forget, Harrison might still have the pit, which could put Davenport on the podium. Hang on. Oh yeah,
that's Simon.
So this could end up as if Harrison. There goes Inman. God, this is the worst couple of laps DS have had in such a long time.
And who was that? That was a Franklin that put him round.
Wagner.
That's Wagner. And Olin Inman is now down to 11th place.
There's Milkovic in the pits for whatever reason. That's a shame. He was running in 8th place. Actually, a good point scoring position.
Yeah, I think Milkovic was out of sequence.
Oh yes, he was.
He had to pit earlier on, didn't he? After being smacked by Ruiz. As Jean Matson goes past Enrique Ruiz. No, I think that was just both of them passing Simon. Never mind.
So, as things stand, Meteor will gain, hang on, 26 points over DS.
Very good.
Thank you. Obviously, it won't be enough to give them the lead, but it'll be a damn sight, put them a damn sight closer to DS, that's for sure.
As Nathaniel Powers sweeps around the outside of Jochen van Schnellhoek.
YOLO! Not a YOLO situation, was it?
No. The Dutchman now has his teammate James Harding for company.
Woo.
As they battle over about 15.
Again. Woo.
Yeah, but we're on lap 49, so including this one, we have 5 laps to go in this V-Prix. Will Hoskins is leading for fun by nearly 12.5 seconds from Johan Helsen. Fun, having only won their maiden race last time out, could be on for their second.
Yeah, I mean obviously they got their maiden pole last time out, and they got their second pole in a row. So fingers crossed they can just hold on and take their second victory in a row. Plus, I feel like Hoskins has deserved this season.
He has been rather good since he's moved to Fun. Although, having said that, he has been kind of outclassed by Davenport in most races.
Yeah, which was surprising, seeing as though we saw Davenport being outclassed by Agostino most of the time before they swapped, but I don't know, I guess...
Maybe that means Agostino's a hidden talent that's currently without a job.
That's true. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say hidden talent, I mean...
No, let's be fair, he's a little bit crap.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Agostino, on his day, he is one of the arguably best drivers on the grid. Like, when he hooks it up, he's as good as the likes of Ruiz.
No, I wouldn't go that far. As we see contact between Milkovic and Inman, I think that's a little bit the front wing gone for the Ingram.
Okay, remember the chassis he was working with last year at Fun, okay? I think it was last year at Malaysia. Challenged for a podium right up to the end in
that wasn't last year.
The year before. Even so, that podium was not exactly.
Yeah, but that Fun wasn't that bad.
They
were scoring consistent points.
Yeah, but there was no way it should have been up that high.
No, I'm sorry. There is no way Romano Agostino is in the same league as the likes of Ruiz.
No, I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying on his day he can be as good as.
No, even on his day.
In the same league.
Even on his day, he's not as good.
Unless
Ruiz. Oh, we've got contact down the pit straight.
How?
I don't know, but there was smoke and there were cars parked sideways.
And we've got a yellow flag now, so this is interesting. Let's see who it was. I think I saw a flash of green.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a Westwood in there.
Please don't say.
As that's Ruiz going past Matson for fifth.
You got it out.
And there is a Westwood parked against the inside barrier down the pit straight. Oh no! Well, that's a rear wing.
Okay, that's great.
There's the Westwood.
Bloody hell!
And that rear wing is bouncing all over the place. And luckily, by some miracle, I don't think it's hit anyone.
So
as Adrian Simon sets the fastest lap as he looks to recover something.
So that's going to be the second race in a row where neither Westwood car is classified.
Well, unless that was Chris Dudulu.
I don't think so. Because knowing our luck, we'll see on the timing screens in a minute.
Milkovic. Kinnaman.
Okay.
He's still 12th.
Just. And Ruiz is coming back at...
Didn't Ruiz just get past Matson? Well,
No, Matson
even if he
got past
didn't, he's
Ruiz.
just done it again.
Oh yeah, Ruiz did. I'm so confused.
And
Oh,
yeah, as you called
Harrison's
it,
had
into
to
the
come in.
pits comes Stuart Harrison from 3rd place then. So he's not going to be able to hold that, and that means Carson Davenport will go up to 3rd.
Yeah, but someone else did come into the pits with him, so... No? Okay. So that would, if, yeah, that would mean that Fun are on for not only their 2nd win, but their 2nd double podium in 2 races.
Yeah, and this is really going to throw a spanner in the works as far as the battle for the championship is concerned. I mean, it's probably between DS and Meteor. I'd say Fun are too far back, but if Fun keep taking these big points, it's going to make it really hard for Meteor to close up, unless DS keep having really, really poor races as happened here.
What do you think? We've
Through
got...
no fault of their own, it must be said.
I'm just gonna have a...
Oh, as Will Hoskins comes very close around the parabolica to being wiped out by one of the North Stars. And he's
yeah.
lost 3 seconds somewhere to Halverson.
Keep an eye on the action for me ever so quickly.
Yep. There's racing happening.
You're funny, aren't you?
I am. Yeah, so Olin Inman is running 10th then after his dramas. Adrian Simon is 7th, so it's not going to be a very high point scoring race for DS. That is Stuart Harrison, who has come back out in 4th place. So Hoskins leads from Halverson. Davenport is 3rd. And there we go, Harrison 4th, just ahead of Ruiz, who is now ahead of Matson. So Franklin on for a top 5 result at a track they didn't expect to score points.
No. So, assuming Fun can finish in the positions there are, they're going to make, I believe...
40 points in total.
40 points. So that's going to lift them, obviously,
Yeah.
to 3rd, easily.
Well, we'll see the Constructors' Championship in a minute.
It's the last lap.
But Will Hoskins has 1 corner to go round the Parabolica for the final time. He hasn't won a race since 2014 when he missed out on the championship. Will Hoskins crosses the line. He wins for Fun. It's the Italian V-Prix 2016 for Will Hoskins and for Fun. 2nd is going to be Johan Halverson as he takes points off the championship leaders, and Carson Davenport in a handful of seconds is going to make it the 2nd double podium in a row for Fun. It's 3rd place for Carson Davenport. We have to wait for Harrison to cross the line in 4th. That will be ahead of Ruiz and Matson. It's been a disastrous day for DS. Meteor have picked up a solid chunk of points as long as Harrison doesn't throw this away. He's not going to. He's going to make the line in 4th place. But Fun are really coming to the fore now in this series, in this season.
Yeah, this race is going to be very big for the championship because you think Fun challenging for 3rd were miles ahead of the Ingrams and the Franklins, and then we've got the Meteors were miles ahead of the DSs by the end of the race. Admittedly through no fault of their own, but that's going to have big implications for the Constructors' Championship up and down the table, really.
And Franklin also taking points off of Meteor, but on board with Will Hoskins as he makes his way back to the pits. Strategy played a part today, but unremembered by us at least. He made his way past Johan Halverson somewhere and really earned this victory for Fun. It's a great drive and a fantastic win for the Brit as Will Hoskins wins the 2016 Italian V-Prix. So Will Hoskins wins his first race since 2014 and picks up Fun's 2nd consecutive victory, 2nd of the season. Johan Halverson finishes as runner-up. Carson Davenport completes the podium, making it another double podium for Fun. DS with a disastrous day, picking up just 7th and 10th, and there Lewis Ellington retired after that heavy collision with with Nikolai Milkovic in the Drivers' Championship. Johan Halsen now up to second, just 13 points off the championship lead. Will Hoskins, a big mover after that win, up 3 places to 8th, now on 63 points. No movers in the middle of the championship, no points scored or anything, and towards the bottom, Hilario Bull joins the standings in 27th place, demoting Einarsson, Bergqvist and Christodoulou, who is yet to register a classified finish in the Constructors' Championship. The only movers are Fun, up 2 spots to 3rd on 146 points. Franklin remain 4th, level on points with Ingram, get it on countback of 4th places. But that's all from our race here today at Monza. So from both me and Harry, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time for round 12 as the series makes its first ever visit to Istanbul, Turkey.